The smell from bread is clean, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now this is a plain white yeast bread that we make without any additives, without any preservatives. Now there are many ways of making a basic white bread. The way I like to make it is called the old sponge method, which basically is a quantity of flour, yeast and water mixed together to make a sponge, let it lie for an hour and a half, then add the rest of the flour, mix it to form a dough. When you have your dough mixed, leave it rest for another hour and a half, and then we go to what we call the knocking back process. To make the starter, or as some people call it the mother, or as the Italians call it the biga, it takes maybe 4 to 5 weeks. I normally do it with a natural yogurt, starting with a natural yogurt, water, flour. First day you start it, every day you replace a certain amount of water, certain amount of flour, and you replenish it and until it starts to bubble. You'll see it bubbling, coming to life, as they say after about 3 or 4 weeks. But this is what we call the basic white bread, which we just make hundreds and hundreds of bloomers and Viennas in Cork dough. This is exactly the way we just have to scale them by hand, whereas if you go into any of the big bakeries now, they have scalers, they have high-speed mixers, they have rack ovens. Nothing is done by hand. So basically, scale off everything by hand, you cover it, leave it rest for maybe 10-15 minutes, slightly proves again, and then you come to the handing up process, which is we do a couple of dozen round. Few oblong, and then we come to Viennas or bloomers, as some people like to call them. Now, I've only made a very, very small quantity there, so usually my table would be full, but at this hour of the morning, it's very tiring. So what we do with that is we leave it rest for a few minutes. Two, four. I love baking. I love it. Why? I start very, very early in the morning. I start at 3 in the morning. Once the breads are finished, we also do a full range of cakes, from fresh cream cakes, apple pies, rhubarb pies. We do an Irish brack, a traditional Irish brack that we've been making for a long, long time in Cork. I'm starting to make it here.